to be honest, the last, month or so, I haven't been wearing a mask inside grocery stores, and we've been inside crowded restaurants.
City Heights resident Suzanne Hoyam and her husband were both vaccinated in April and slowly started returning to a pre-pandemic lifestyle.
Kind of enjoying that freedom I thought we had.
But after recently feeling under the weather and lightheaded, she decided to get a coronavirus test, and it came back positive, making her one of nearly 3,000 breakthrough cases in San Diego.
My symptoms were very, very mild, almost so much that I probably wouldn't have gotten tested if I hadn't been so paranoid about breakthrough cases.
Her husband also caught the virus despite being vaccinated. Their symptoms have been mild and they haven't had to seek medical attention.
I really feel grateful that I'm vaccinated. I'm so grateful that my symptoms are minimal. Like, I really do feel like the only reason why I'm, walking and talking and standing here is because I'm vaccinated.
Medical experts say cases like Hoyam's show that despite infection, the vaccines are working, protecting against death and hospitalizations.
Even though there are more breakthrough infections, they're definitely very mild and short-lived in vaccinated persons.
Dr. Francesca Torriani is an infectious disease specialist at UC San Diego Health. She says the more contagious Delta variant could be the reason for the uptick in cases among those fully vaccinated.
We do see more breakthroughs than we ever saw before. And this may simply be because Delta the Delta variant is associated with so much more virus.
Since March of this year, around 9% of coronavirus infections here have been among those fully vaccinated, and they account for just 2% of hospitalizations and 7% of deaths.
So this pandemic is still an unvaccinated pandemic.
Torriani says the Delta variant is changing the fight against the pandemic, especially since infections in those fully vaccinated can be extremely mild, but the virus can still be spread.
That's why masking as protection of others, right? So that I don't infect others, so that this is source control, is so important.
Hoyam isn't sure how she caught the virus, but she says she's now back to masking and at least for now is not sold on returning to normal.
I was, flying real close to the sun there, like enjoying what I could. And now I'm kind of going to dial it back. And if I'm a cautionary tale, I would just say to dial it back a little bit and maybe we're not out of the woods yet.
Matt Hoffman, KPBS News.